Well, first, I would like to extend my thoughts and positive vibes to Lewis Hamilton for the loss of Roscoe. I will say once again, as I said before on another live, regardless of how you are and who you are and what you care about and what you do, a lot of times people, even myself, have to be reminded that everybody's not you. And some people care about things that you may not have in your life, right? And that's what it's about when you're sending positive vibes to somebody. It's about what they're going through in their life. What's going on, Wildcat? What's up, Art Reezy? It's about what they're going through in their life. It's about what they're having to deal with in their life. And yes, and if you check his social media page, you'll see Lewis Hamilton lost his dog. Roscoe died yesterday. He was on life support. He ended up having to put the dog into coma because it had pneumonia. And I'm gonna tell you all again, once I said these dogs, this type of breed of dog doesn't typically do well. Excuse the noise in the background. Doesn't typically do well, but it's gonna be a rough situation. And honestly, Lewis Hamilton had already mentioned that it would be likely he would not race in Singapore if this situation was still going on. And he does have several social media posts about the dog and everything that's going on. So you will see that. And it'll be a situation. This is going to be a situation. And it might not be a good situation. This indeed probably could turn out. I don't know which way I don't know which way Lewis is gonna go with this. I don't know what decisions he's going to make going forward. I know at one point he said he might not race if the situation was going on. And now that he's had to make this decision, that for him it was a hard decision, how does this impact Lewis moving forward? Some people would take something like this and convert that energy. What's going on, Miss Dino? What's up, Just Sean? Some people would take this energy and convert it into something that would push them and charge them forward, right? We focus in on something that we can control because right now we understand that we've lost something that we care dearly about. And so what we're going to do is in order for us to cope with the situation, we're going to take all the grief, we're going to take the anxiety, we're going to take the anger, and we're going to bottle that and we're going to hone it in and we're going to focus on either beating somebody's ass if you box or if you do MMA. We're going to focus on playing the best game you could play on the court or the field, or in Lewis Hamilton's case, we're going to focus on driving the most fierce competitive drive that I can drive. And I'm probably not going to take any shit. I'm probably not going to be up for any shit. Any Max Verstappen shit, anybody trying to take the apex on me, anybody trying to make an overtake, it's going to be rough for you. Because right now I'm in a combative mood. Is that where Lewis Hamilton goes? Or he can go the other way. He could be down on the situation, which he has the right to be down on the situation. He can kind of sink, and a sunken Lewis would mean already with a very challenging season, with a season that Ferrari hasn't done the best in. And does he check out? I, for one, don't think Lewis checks out. I don't think he checks out. But I'm not sure if this doesn't impact him in a way that's going to be productive for him the rest of the season. He's a 7-time world driving champion. Lewis effectively is the GOAT of Formula One. Skip what everybody else is saying because it's garbage. Max Verstappen is not the GOAT, okay? Lewis Hamilton is the GOAT of Formula One. And right now, there's still a lot of racing to be done, but Ferrari is not winning a driver championship this season. Hell, Max Verstappen might not win a driver championship this season, although McLaren are doing their best job to leave the door open so that he can win it. I'm very interested to see what happens. I'm very interested also, Max Verstappen, GT3 debut in the Ferrari. We already know he was testing in the Porsche, had a very nice outing. And I think that this would be a conversation to be had Where will two of the, well, one's a megastar, Lewis Hamilton, and a big star in Max Verstappen. But what is about to happen right now? We've seen several times that Max Verstappen has talked about leaving the sport, talked about driving in different racing disciplines. He goes out, has a fine debut there. He's been testing. He's been driving. He's been very interested in the 24. I appreciate all the love in the live chat. He's been very interested in what's been going on in Le Mans. I already told you all, I'm not sure if Max Verstappen stays in the game or stays in Formula One as long as Lewis Hamilton is, and if he's even as successful as Lewis Hamilton is. He hasn't reached those heights, and I'm not sure if he's going to reach those heights. And even if he is, I'm not sure he stays long enough to reach those heights. This is just a real thing. Lewis Hamilton indeed, or Max Verstappen indeed, may not reach the heights of Lewis Hamilton. Not everybody is cut to do such a thing. Not everybody is cut to weather the adversity and the challenges that would come with trying to reach those type of accolades. It's not easy. It's a hard thing to do. Some of us right now probably question if Max Verstappen would even be able to weather such things that have happened with Lewis Hamilton. Probably not. Could he go through several seasons of Red Bull making a subpar car, of Red Bull not making a competitive car, while he's enjoying competing and winning in different racing disciplines outside of Formula One? I would debate if Max Verstappen actually had these situations that Lewis Hamilton had the past 3 seasons, would he even still be in Formula One? I don't know if Max Verstappen, after going through 3 years of what Mercedes did, will still be in Formula One. I can't put money on that. I'm waiting to see if Red Bull is about to kind of go through a similar situation, not with the development of building a car with aero that is largely debatable and then finding out it fails and then staying in it. I'm just talking about Red Bull not being able to make a car that is the most dominant to the point where it pretty much absorbs all type of competitiveness. Red Bull is still making a competitive car. If that wasn't the case, Max Verstappen in some situations wouldn't have won the last couple of races he won. We still got to see if they're going to be in a situation to still do that. It's very competitive. And will Max Verstappen still stay if he can't have the most dominant car to the point where he doesn't have to worry about competition? Is he going to find Formula One very fun and interesting if there are several seasons you don't win a driver's championship? You might not be in the top 5. You're going to have to earn your check every Sunday, every Saturday, every Friday. It's going to be a hard grind. You're going to be amongst the competitive cars, but you're not going to be the best of all the competitive cars. It's going to take you to make that happen. Will he be in for that type of fight year in and year out as Lewis Hamilton has been in? I credit Lewis for doing such a thing. I do. I credit him for weathering that storm, and now it would seem that he's in another storm to weather. It would seem that, indeed, Lewis Hamilton is going to have to weather. And by the way, there are several tribute videos out. Motorsports.com has some for Lewis Hamilton. There are several people sending out their condolences, and big shout out to you all for doing that. It's just about, it's not about you. It's about the person. It's about somebody going through something that's going to be hard in their life. So shout out to you all for doing that. All right. So Lewis Hamilton does have quite a rough road ahead for him. It's not going to be easy. It will be difficult. And he's lost but he's lost a part of his life that's been in his life for a very long time. And here goes another challenge that Lewis Hamilton will weather, because I'm going to speak positive. I think he's going to weather this storm. He's going to weather it well. He's going to make it through. He's going to persevere. He's going to push through, and he's still going to be a highly competitive driver. I don't think this is the end of Lewis Hamilton. Although, please do keep in mind it could be. Please do keep in mind it could be. Think about it. 3 years of Mercedes, horrible. 3 years going with a team who you've supported and you've gained and worked so hard to help accomplish so many things, actually shitting on you, actually telling you don't know what you're talking about. Then while they're telling you don't know what you're talking about, they build you a horrible car 3 seasons in a row, and then to come to find out, you might have knew what you were talking about. You might actually knew, Lewis. We shouldn't have told you to just shut up and drive. And then finding out Toto Wolff might not be the best friend that I thought he was. Then finding out a company that probably, definitely, not even probably, definitely should give me what I'm asking for, because it's not like it's a lot in comparison to what I've helped you accomplish, says, you know what, we're not going to give it to you. Then going to Ferrari with false promises of this developmental car they were going to build. And you know what? It's not as great as they thought it was going to be. And we're on the front door of an entire regulation change where we might be on the back foot again. One could say that I've had enough of this shit. What's up, Mary Beanie? What's up, Dreads? One could probably say I've had enough. And Lewis might have enough. With this situation going on, it might be enough. I hope not. I hope not. But I'm not going to blame him if it is. And I don't think anybody should. I don't think anybody should. But I still do believe Lewis Hamilton has plenty of drive in him, but he doesn't have the team to be consistent. You just need to be consistent, Ferrari. Not just consistent at pit stops. You need to be consistently, progressively making developments that turn into upgrades, that turn into awesome race finishes, competitive race finishes. Ferrari hasn't done that yet. So until Ferrari do that, and I also consistently see it from Charles Leclerc, which we have not, I'm not holding Lewis accountable for where Ferrari is right now. I'm holding Ferrari accountable for where Ferrari is right now. I am. Same way as I've said, Red Bull developing a competitive car, but not the most dominant car. Max Verstappen's got to do what he does, and he's doing what he does. But what I haven't seen from Max Verstappen is, can you weather the storm when you're not just the biggest, largest, on top, where you don't have to worry about competition? That's what I need to see. Because that's what it takes to be great. The down times, you got to be with them. You got to hold with them. You got to stay loyal through the process. And the goods were oversold on Max Verstappen. He's not driving a tractor at all. He's not driving a tractor. Don't let people sell you on that. He's not driving a tractor. And as of right now, he's only got 4 race wins for the season with not driving a tractor. So, yeah, a lot of hype, but still a phenomenal driver. But yes, let's, Julius, how you doing? Welcome into the live chat. Let's just send positive vibes out for Lewis. Hopefully he will find himself in a situation, because it's not about what the hell we want, people. It's not about what we want Lewis to do. I know some people think that it's not about what we want Lewis to do. What you should be saying is, I hope that whatever decision Lewis comes to, it's one that he can deal with, live with, and be okay with. Mary Beanie in the super chat says, Jay, this will put fire in Lewis. Rest in peace, Roscoe Hamilton 44. And that's what I would hope it would do. But sometimes you just never know, Mary. Sometimes you never know. Sometimes it causes people to think about changing in their course of life. Maybe I don't want to deal with Ferrari shit. I don't want to deal with their shit. I don't want to deal anymore with the fact that they just refuse to have a cultural change, a winning change in their culture. They're all about headlines and Jerry Jones takes and multimedia and media and all this stuff. I wanted to win. I thought they wanted to win. I thought they were going to build a car that would be consistently competitive amongst other competitors to give me an opportunity to win as a driver. And maybe I don't want to deal with that anymore. Maybe I want to live the rest of my days waking up in my multi-$100 million life and help others be a better themselves, create organizations that help kids into STEMs, do my fashion, produce movies, and live the greatest life that I'm living while other people just hate about it. Maybe I want to do that. Maybe I don't want to come in on Thursdays and Wednesdays and race meetings and board meetings and sit here and get in this car and whip around this track while I'm being frustrated because the car is ass. Maybe I don't want to do that anymore. I spent a lot of time with Mercedes doing that. 3 good years of my functional career where I could have been winning. I spent that with Mercedes, and now I'm again spending it with Ferrari. You know what? I'm cool. I've done a lot. I've accomplished a lot. I'm the GOAT in Formula One. Nobody right now has beat me statistically. Nobody's accomplished or did what I've done, and damn sure nobody's went through what I've gone through to be where I am. And that's for damn sure. Nobody. Nobody. Nobody in Formula One. Nobody. Not in Formula One. Nobody has had to go through the pathway that I've gone through, and look where the fuck I am, and look what I've done. Yeah, I'm cool with that. I'm cool. You know, it's all records are made to be broken. No matter how far out you set them, eventually somebody's gonna break them. Nobody's broken mine just yet. I'm cool. So we'll see. But hopefully he does compete this weekend for himself so that he can take steps forward if that's the direction he wants to go in to try to move past this. And if he doesn't, all right, it's cool too. It's cool too. He's earned that right, y'all. He's earned the right. Whatever Lewis decides, he's earned that right. And he's earned it to be made without ridiculous criticism of who he is as a driver. It's too late to try to throw shit and dirt on Lewis. Lewis accomplished too much while y'all were trying to bury him. You tried to throw dirt on Lewis Hamilton, and he still pushed through and made it. He shot up to the galaxy. Now that he might be in a situation or a portion of his life where he's ready just to go ahead and chill out, you look like a sucker just trying to put dirt on a man while he says, you know what, I'm done, I'm cool. And by the way, is Lewis Hamilton last in the Drivers' Championship? Anybody want to Lewis Hamilton last in the Drivers' Championship? I don't think he's last in the Drivers' Championship. Yeah, I don't think he's I don't think he's last. So it's not like you could say he just whack. He sucks. He's 6th in the Drivers' Championship. He's 44 points off of his teammate who's been in the team forever. So there are several and a lot of drivers behind him. So yeah, he's not last, and he's not in a highly competitive car, but he's still right there. So I don't, what you want to do with that? But, hey, take it how you want to take it. People will say whatever they want to say, but at the end of the day, Lewis Hamilton is the GOAT, and he's done a phenomenal thing in Formula One. So big shout out to Lewis Hamilton. Wishing the best for Lewis Hamilton. I hope many are. I do. But I know many people will do less than that. Many people will take this opportunity to shit on Lewis Hamilton because that's what they want to do. So, expect the worst and just move forward, all right? So shout out to Lewis Hamilton. Positive vibes to Lewis Hamilton. Shout out to you all. We have the Singapore GP coming up this week, and we will be live for that many times. And just push forward. And many of you all are going through difficult times in your life, right? These drivers, they're going through their time. Everybody gets to see it. It's on social media. But many of you are going through shit in your life, and nobody really sees it and knows about it. And so what I want to do is take the time to tell you to stay as positive as you can. I've been going through shit in my life. Stay as positive as you can. Hey, reach out to talk to somebody if you need to reach out and talk to somebody. Don't give up. Keep pushing forward. If you wake up and the sun hits your face, that's another day for an opportunity you have to be great. Peace and love. I'll see y'all on the next one. I'm out.